Hey, welcome to Go Beyond Betty. Today we're going to make a fast Thai steak salad. I love Thai food. Thai food is one of our absolute favorites to make. One thing I love about it, it's so flavorful, more than a lot of other cuisines. It's a balance of salt, fat, I almost want to say salt, fat, acid, heat. It's a great cookbook, by the way. Sweet, sour, salt, and heat. Gotta think for a second. So it's all those things in balance and in perfect harmony. It's delicious. We use fresh lime juice in this recipe. If you don't have a bunch of fresh limes, you can use this. This is a great alternative. It's not like the one in the store that has citric acid and it's a bunch of preservatives. This one is really good. So let's get started. All right, so we're making our Thai steak salad. First thing we need to do is start our salad dressing. So the only thing you need to remember is in your salad dressing, you want double lime to the fish sauce, so 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 lime to 1 fish sauce. I like a lot of dressing. I'm making a really big steak salad, so I'm gonna go with a half a cup. And again, you don't have to be crazy specific on this. This is just a ballpark, but I want a half a cup of lime juice. I told you I'm making a big one. And then 1/4 cup fish sauce. To this, I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of chili. So I'll show you how I do that. If you're not an onion person, this is one trick that I do. So you can use a red onion, you can use a shallot. I would use something with color because it just adds to it. If you don't like raw onion, I don't too much, but it really needs the flavor. So you could give it a little rinse, like put it in a tiny colander, give it a rinse in water, and that'll get a lot of the sting out of it. But just by soaking it in this acid, it's gonna get a lot of that sting out. It's almost like if you make ceviche, that lime juice is gonna cook it. So it's still gonna be crunchy, but it's gonna take most of that sting out. The next thing I wanna do is add just a little bit of sugar. Sorry, I have a giant sugar container. I only want like 2 tablespoons, give or take. 2 teaspoons, not quite a tablespoon. Whoops-a-daisy, now I've gotta clean my dang board. All right, and the last thing we need, is this live? No, it's not live, good thing, is some chili flakes. So these are actually Thai chilies, so you could get bird's eye. If you like really hot, you could go with a fresh bird's eye. If you don't have any of this stuff, then just go with like red pepper flakes. These are old. I've had these forever. That's why they're not vibrant red. Doesn't matter. They're hot, hot, hot. So that's actually quite a bit. So that's it for our dressing. So just give that a little mix and let that sit. The next thing you need to do, and I already did it ahead of time, but I like a nice bed of lettuce, doesn't matter the kind of lettuce, and some cucumbers, and I really like cherry tomatoes. I like them because it just adds more texture versus a whole tomato. It's gonna be a lot juicier, and I don't want juicy. I want the flavor of my dressing. I don't want just tomato juiciness. So again, please excuse the mess I just made. Maybe, you know what, let me stop. Go ahead, stop. All right, the next thing we need to do is chop up some mint and cilantro. I did take the mint off of the stem, and then I'm just gonna give that a rough chop. Save that to the end because as soon as you chop it, kind of like basil, it blackens quickly, so you don't want that look. And then I'm gonna chop up my cilantro. If you have not seen my salsa video, click here. But this is, please excuse the sugar. You saw my mess, and if you didn't see my mess, watch the bloopers, you'll see what happened. I'm gonna have a haircut. So you definitely need a sharp knife. I can have a little bit of stem, but I don't want a lot of stem. I really just want these tender leaves. So just give it a good trimming, and then you can kind of give it a rough chop. So this is about all I need, about equal amount of cilantro and mint. All right, quick drizzle on the meat. So Tom bought bottom round steaks. They're super thinly cut. There's 4 of them. It was like $6. I know it looks like a ton of meat, but it's just cut really, really thin because you want it pretty much in bite-sized pieces on top of the salad. So I put our steak on top of the salad, and it does not matter what kind of cut you get. We went with a really cheap cut because you're really not tasting it. It's all about the dressing, which is really acidic and strong. So you're not gonna like get any subtle flavors of some amazing high quality beef. This is like a weeknight dinner. You just want a cheap cut. And you can see I still have a lot of steak left. I'm gonna make a vegetable egg scramble in a minute, so we have like steak and eggs for breakfast. So it's kind of like 2 in 1. Like do this so you have breakfast. This will make us a great dinner and lunch. So all that's left is just pouring on our dressing. And if you wanted to, it actually still keeps pretty good even the next day for lunch. But if you don't want any wilt on your lettuce, just keep it separate and then dress your lunch the next day. But that's it, super fast, traditional Thai steak salad. So it's pretty fast salad. And you can cook that steak anyway. I get the thin ones, you could grill it, you could broil it, you could pan fry it, just get it done. It's not about the steak, it's all about the dressing. And one thing that's different with the dressing is there's not fat in the dressing. So you can eat as much as you want, right? But in standard dressing, you might have half olive oil or something and half acid and other ingredients. But this one, there's no fat, so it's not gonna hold you for very long. It's fine for dinner, but if you're bringing it for lunch, I needed to bring a half avocado with me, which went great with the salad anyways. But if you need something, just add a little fat or have a delicious little sweet treat that day. But it's a great salad. You can eat a ton of it. It's fabulous. So thank you again for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking risks in the kitchen. We'll see you again next time. Bye. I only want, oh, good God. In Alabama, there is a lot of humidity. Okay. Or marinade. Not marinade. R. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me. Do you love me?